Today I wanted to show you my new Beretta 92S. Not new manufacturer, but new to me. I don't know the exact date, but as far as I can tell, these guns were manufactured in the late 70s or the early 80s. And over the last few years, a bunch of these have been imported into the United States. These are Italian police trade-ins, or I've heard some of them are from military as well. Now, I remember seeing a video a few years ago where somebody was saying there's going to be a bunch of these things coming into the country. And I've kind of had my eye on them ever since. And so recently I finally acted on it, went and got one. I was able to pick this up for just over $300. Now this one does show some, what I would call holster wear, a little bit of use on it, but mostly on the frame. Don't know how much you'll be able to see on camera. See, the frame is an aluminum alloy, and the slide and the barrel are steel. You can see a little bit of wear here on this front edge of the frame. A little nick right here. A real small scratch right here. A little bit shown there. A little bit back here. A little bit right on the heel there. And the grips have a little bit of scuff to them. But all in all, this gun is in great shape. Now most of these that have come in have import markings on them. Mine does not. It does have the mark put on as it came in the country, but it doesn't have the Italian import markings on it. Now there's a few big differences between this and the 92FS or the M9 that people are familiar with. This gun is unloaded. I don't have any ammo anywhere near this gun right now. This does use the heel release, which is probably the biggest difference. I think on this one I may have gotten a brand new magazine. It shows a little bit of wear, but I think that's just somebody putting it in a couple of times. It came with just the one magazine. The barrel and the slide don't show any real wear either. Couple little tiny marks, but I think that's probably just because they stuck a bunch of these in a box together as they came across the ocean. Field stripping these is really easy. That's about it. Now this did come with a metal guide rod. Again, doesn't show any wear on it. The barrel has a very small mark on the front, but that's not damaged, just a little bit of the finish. Again, part of the reason I think the barrel and slide may have been replaced is the serial number on the barrel and the frame does not match. See, the feed ramp's in perfect condition. Here's the bottom of the slide. You don't see any wear here. Now these do only have a safety decocker on the one side. It is not ambi. And one of the big complaints about these that some have is the almost complete lack of sights on this gun. The front sight is very short and it is integral to the slide. It's not, there's no dovetail. It's not something you can change out. So that may get a little bit of white paint on the front of that in the future. And the back is better, but not a whole lot. Show you the markings on the slide here. There we go, focused. See the big ugly stamp from the importer here in the States. That, other than that, you can see this the caliber there, 9 Parabellum. And as you may be aware, parabellum is Latin for prepare for war. It comes from a phrase that I believe stated, if you want peace, prepare for war. And here's the frame. I have not cleaned this yet. This is as it was shipped to me. You can see the frame is not brand new, but it's still in great shape. Now if you notice right here, there are a couple real small dents right below the frame feed ramp. There's a little bit of wear on that. I don't know if you can catch that or not. There's one little dent in that feed ramp. A bit of a difference as well from the 92FS or the M9 is how rounded this trigger guard is. The front and the back here are completely smooth, almost mirror smooth. There's no checkering, there's no lines, there's no texture to that at all. This magazine well is not flared or beveled at all. So I doubt I will ever mess with that, but I know some people have gone in and removed some of the material to put a bit of a bevel in there. And here's a quick look with the grips taken off. And you can see that that heel magazine release. For those who haven't seen it before, this slide catch here, this does have a last shot hold open, and the way that works is this little piece on the follower, as the bullets get used and the shells get ejected, that follower starts to come up, and that little piece engages right here, and you can see as that follower comes up, it pushes that slide stop, that slide catch up, just enough that it catches the slide. When the slide reciprocates back, catches the slide right here, holds it open. And this gun does have a safety and decocker. This lever does both. Let me show you how that works. Don't know how well this will show on camera, but right down in here, if you look down in that grip, that's the sear. As you press on this, you might be able to see that sear move. This lever disengages the sear. So pulling the trigger will let the hammer drop. Pressing on this will do the same. And here in the slide, if you watch this part right here, as you move this safety, that's the piece that reaches down and touches that hammer release lever. So when you move from the fire to the safe position, the hammer release lever is actuated in the frame. Now the reason the bullet doesn't go off, the firing pin doesn't drop, is that moving the safety moves this out of the way of the hammer. So when the hammer falls and this lever's been moved, this pin is not struck. So the hammer is actually falling on nothing. Now before I put this back together, I need to slug the barrel so that I know what size to size my cast bullets to. And now to slug the barrel. And take a little bit of oil, get it on this very soft lead bullet. This is a bullet that I've cast for my 38 Special and 357 Magnum, so it's currently sized at 358. Got some oil into the barrel. Start that bullet in. I'm going to use a soft, non-marring hammer Just jam that bullet in there. Now you can drive that all the way through the barrel if you want. Don't think I need to today. Take a rod. I've got this wrapped in electrical tape. And drive that back out of there. As you can see, the lands and the grooves are well represented in the slug. And I'm getting 3.565. So I believe I'm going to start sizing bullets at 3.58 for this particular gun, which is great because that's already the sizing die I use for my 357 and my 38 Special. And we'll see where we go from there. Now I need to get it all cleaned up, put back together, and out to the range. It's a sweet little shooter. Thanks for watching, and God bless.